Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Welcome to Sipping with Sue. This is my second one for 2017. I'm really excited to be here. Welcome and thank you for following. If you're not able to watch the live portion, it will be recorded later and posted, so you'll have that. So I wanted to start off by talking about gratitude. And the reason why I thought gratitude was a good idea, it actually came to me a couple days ago, was I know there's a lot of tension out there. There's uncertainty with the new inauguration, our new president coming in the U.S. and I can feel it. I can feel it out there. And I thought, okay, what is it? What is it that I can do to make myself feel better? Because honestly, even though I'm positive, I was picking up on people's fear. I could pick up on other things and how people were feeling. And I thought, I'm going to go back to what I know. And what I know is gratitude works. And many of us have probably heard about this, about gratitude. And, you need to keep a gratitude journal and you need to be grateful. But it goes deeper than that. And I used to be like that, where I had my journal and, I'd make my 10 or 15 entries a day, and I'd be done. It was more of a task. I'm not saying that that doesn't help, but for me, the gratitude piece, people need to, sorry, itchy eye, the joy of live television or recording. With gratitude, we have to really, really feel grateful, and that's really important, really from our heart. So it's okay to post in your journal, all the things you're grateful for because you're being positive, and that's a wonderful thing. But I also think we need to really, really feel it, almost a feeling of euphoria, that gratitude where you just have extreme appreciation for the things that you, might term as being grateful in your life. So, for example, this week there's been a lot of sort of synchronicity type examples of things that have happened for me. So one is I was doing this talk around gratitude, and somebody dropped off a mug, and the mug said, I'm going to use it tonight, it's all about gratitude. And I thought, okay, that's interesting. I found out this week that my son doesn't have to write one of his exams. He got exempt from it. And that's just so wonderful for him and his self-esteem. I don't know what's with all these fluffies. So sorry. Okay, so that, those kinds of things. So I was just, as these things piled up through the week, I just started to feel this extreme gratitude for all these wonderful things that were happening in our life. And I would write them down, but it became less of a task. Right? It became more about really feeling grateful and believing in that gratitude. And when that happens, there's no room for fear, right? And no room for uncertainty because we're focused on the positive. And it is how I try to live my life. Most days that's what I try to really do. And I try and instill that into my children as well. One of the things I wanted to talk about, I posted a video tonight about a doctor, Dr. Van Arsdale, and that video just came up yesterday. And Dr. Van Arsdale is the doctor that did my daughter's open heart surgery, actually both of her open heart surgeries. And really the most amazing man you'll ever meet. And I saw that video and I thought, wow, the first thing that came to my mind was gratitude. Gratitude for this amazing human being who without him, our daughter would not be here. I know some of you know our journey, and I know some of you don't. So I'll give you a bit of the condensed version tonight. And so basically our daughter was born and she had a lot of health concerns. And at 15 days old, she had open heart surgery. If you can imagine, tiny little Treva had open heart surgery. And it was Dr. Van Arsdale, the man in the video that I previously posted, that did her open heart surgery, which is just amazing. And I remember my husband and I, when we were just before her surgery, like we were, signing papers with Dr. Van Arsdale, and he was saying things to us like, There'll be a 1 in 500,000 chance she'll get, I don't know, a disease, HIV. There'll be a 1 in a million chance she could die. And I remember him giving all of this information to us before she actually went into surgery. And we were signing papers and being super, super calm. And I think it's just because he was like the most calm man on the planet. Thank goodness, because you don't want a hyper doctor doing open heart surgery on your child at 15 days old. And we were just very relaxed and calm. And we left, and my husband and I said to each other, "Why are we so calm? Why are we so relaxed?" And I know it's because of the support of the family and community and friends that we had around us, and our belief system as well. And we got through that surgery, and I remember going in to see her in the hospital room at Sick Kids, and she was all swollen after her open heart surgery, and believe it or not, they couldn't close her chest. Because she was so swollen. So they had a sign on her chest that said, chest open, and you got to have some humor in your life. So, of course, my husband was saying to her when she was out, this will be the only time in your life you're going to be allowed to wear a sign that says your chest is open and available. So, people, you got to have some humor along the way, right? If you're not laughing, you're crying. So anyway, her chest was open and she was swollen and poofy. But even in that moment, I was grateful for that amazing man with those amazing hands that operated on her heart. Grateful for the fact that she made it through and she was alive. So I think we need to use gratitude in our daily lives, but it's most important too to use it in the tough times. That's the true test, when you can find gratitude during the challenge day, to write about all the grateful things that we're grateful for, but it's during the most challenging and stressful times that we have to work a little harder maybe to find that gratitude, but it's there. And again, it ties into my favorite saying, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, by Dr. Wayne Dyer. So it just gives you that complete outlook on things, a different perspective. And some people ask me, well, who are you being grateful to? Who are you saying thank you to? And really, that is completely up to you as a viewer. You could be grateful to God, if that's your belief system, Buddha, the universe, a particular person, or just say thank you. It doesn't even have to go to any person directly. It can just be a general thank you, and just saying that thank you alone and being grateful for specific things is just better than being negative and better than living in fear. I can truly say that for sure. I'd love to hear from you after I just shared that story with you, and thank you for letting me share that story. And sorry for those of you who don't know, my daughter's doing very well. I should be sorry, and she's now 12, and she did have another open heart surgery 2 years ago with the same wonderful doctor with those amazing hands, and she actually came home on day 2, if you can imagine, after open heart surgery. Wow. So again, grateful for all of those moments, and grateful for all the wonderful people that have been in our lives. So I'd love to hear from you. What are the things that you're truly grateful for in your life? What do you appreciate the most? What is it? I would love to hear from you. And it's that feeling again. It's just, what's the thing that you just have complete gratitude and you're completely grateful for in your life? I'd love to hear from you. So I'm just reading here to see what people are writing. I'd love to hear from you. I see some great happy faces floating across the screen, and some thumbs up. I love all of those. Those are amazing. So I'd love to hear from you. Oh, Darlene Elizabeth Bassett, modern medicine and our healthcare. Thanks, Darlene. She said I nailed it. And I know, Darlene, you've got experience in that area, and you've had some times in your life too, right? Where I know have been challenging with your health. And look at you. You're amazing. Like, you're so amazing. Look at you. So thank you. And I do agree. We couldn't live in a better area. Our healthcare that we have, honestly, is phenomenal. And just really grateful for that. I know people complain sometimes because there have been changes in our system. but we really do have an amazing system. Love to hear from anybody else. I'm grateful for friendship and fortitude that has gotten me through lots of situations. Okay, wonderful. That's great to hear. Of course, where would we be without friends? Honestly, nowhere. We definitely need our friends, and I agree. It's a wonderful thing. Is there anybody else out there? I'd love to hear from you. Just how what you're grateful for and the things that you really appreciate. And by all means, start a journal. Start a journal. Write the things that you feel great about, that you're thankful for. That's all wonderful. And sometimes I think we think it has to be a really big ticket item that we're grateful for, and we don't have to be. Sherry Servos Brown, the health of my family. Mom and dad had both cancer. We almost lost my mom 7 years ago, and she's here today and full of energy. Isn't that awesome? My girls are healthy and full of life. I love that. And there's another success story, right? That's wonderful. Meg McAllister, I'm grateful for friendship and fortitude, again, and getting through tough situations. Randy Bassett, I'm grateful for my family, especially my wife. Yeah, he's a good husband, isn't he? You might know her, he said. Yeah, he's got a sense of humor, that guy, doesn't he? I love it. So thank you for sharing that, everybody. Again, I think people think it has to be a big ticket item that we're grateful for. It has to be enormous, but it can be even simple things that we're grateful for. So for me, I was grateful to see the rain today. I know it sounds really silly because we all complain about the weather, but I was so happy to see the rain because it felt like spring to me. And then I was thinking, okay, you know what? We're almost end of January, and guess what's coming next? Like spring in a couple months. And I know the naysayers and the negative people out there are going to say, well, yeah, we could still get a really bad storm. Yeah, we could. But you know what? I was happy for that, right? Happy for just even simple moments, right? Happy for time, or happy that the day didn't run too fast and I extra time to this. Amber, grateful for family and friends. Thank you, Amber, for piping in. It's great to hear from you. So yeah, the gratitude doesn't have to be big, huge, massive things, right? It can be, and it just depends on what's happening in your life. But it can be those really, really simple things too. Just even silence. Sometimes I love just the silence, 2 minutes in the bathroom alone. Hey, there's some gratitude for you, right? And it will look different for all of us. Yes, that's wonderful. So thanks for joining us this evening. I'm just checking my notes because those of you that know me know that I'm good at doing some impromptu stuff, but I like to have things planned. So I'm grateful for being organized. There you go. We're going to go for it. Sherry, I'd be more grateful for snow. Okay, I love that because most people complain about our weather and our snow. We're itching to build a snowman and go tobogganing. See? It's interesting because I hear so many people complaining about the weather, want to get rid of the snow, and, we had it, right? And now it's gone. So that makes me think too, when we have those things, do we enjoy them at the time? Do we take them for granted, or do we live in the moment when we have them? Because again, look, it changes. The snow's gone away and now we have rain, and now we can't do snowmen or snow women. I'm trying to be politically correct. So that's a good perspective, actually. I do agree with that for sure. Absolutely. Okay, checking my notes. I think I've covered everything. Again, I'd love to hear from you, even when I post this video. If you get an opportunity just to write in the comments, I'd love to hear about all the wonderful things that you're grateful for. And remember that when you're grateful and you truly feel it in your heart, better things happen. And I'm going to get a little deeper on you, but I do believe the more grateful we are, the more abundance that comes back to us. And I can say that because I sometimes I get away from it a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you, because life gets busy and crazy, and I've got 10,000 things and being pulled in so many directions. But the last couple days, I've really been focused on being grateful and watching all those really small moments. And I can tell you that in the last couple days, there's been some gifts that have shown up. There's been some things that people have dropped off. I've gotten some extra work. money, different things have sort of been coming my way. And I attribute that to gratitude, which at the end of the day is really about being positive, and trying to really work towards that. So it really does work when we are grateful and we're in that moment. I'm just trying to see if there's any more comments. No, that's it. So I thank you for all the viewers that have come in. I would love it. The next time I'm doing a Sipping with Sue, which will be next week, if you could share and just make comments and spread the word. This is going to be a weekly sort of thing that we do, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm just really excited and honestly grateful for all of you and all of the followers here on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. It's been just amazing, and the comments and the supports and the likes that I get, and I couldn't do it without you. So I am truly grateful for all of you. So thank you. There you go. I'm signing to you in sign language. So thank you. I am really appreciative of all of you. So I'm gonna leave you now. I'm gonna let the video go and go spend some time with family. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week until we meet again next week. I really look forward to it. Take care, everybody.